Are you looking for just under 12 acres of pristine land in the Colorado Plains with beautiful, breathtaking views of Pikes Peak and also Mount Evans? Well, today I'm going to show you not only what you could potentially do with this land, how you could develop it, and live your dream out here, but also why opportunities like this are rarely coming available because of the location and where this land is located. So I'm so excited to take you through this tour, but before we do that, let's show you the surrounding area. All right, so here we are coming through kind of the downtown Elizabeth area. And as of right now, Elizabeth is kind of a sleepy rural town, but the advantage of this area is that it's up and coming. So they've predicted that there's going to be one mega city essentially from Fort Collins, Colorado, all the way down to Colorado Springs over the next 50 years or so. And so the advantage of this property right now is that you're able to get 12 acres essentially for $100,000 less than you could get 2 acres for in Fox Hill area, Franktown, which is only about 10 minutes north of here. And so the advantage of this property is that everything's moving down here. Infrastructure is moving into the Elizabeth area. They're going to be building a Home Depot here. They also have a Walmart here as well. And so you're only about 8 minutes from going to get your groceries. There's a Safeway up here as well. And so you're in the country, but you're not 45 minutes away like you would be in the mountains. And so as you see here, man, you've got these beautiful pine trees that we're driving through. This road is kind of haloed through these pine trees that have grown here. It feels a little bit like Castle Pines. And this to me is why you moved to Colorado, because you have not only the views of the mountains, but you've got these beautiful trees and this beautiful scenery you have around here. And so there's about 20 deer out here as well. So you're out here in nature, which is why I love this area. You know, if I could convince my wife to move down here, I'd be down here as well, but she likes to be a little closer to civilization. But like I said, if you want to be off the beaten path, if you want your money to go a lot further than it would just a couple miles north of here, this is the play, guys, because not only from an investment standpoint, this property is appreciating in value all the time. You know, the developer who owns this property purchased it less than 10 years ago for $100K less, so it's already appreciated. The beautiful thing about Denver is properties here appreciate between about 8 and 9% year over year. And so just from a raw investment standpoint, this is a great play. So you do have to come a little bit further out here, but my point is infrastructure is moving down here where more and more things are coming, more and more businesses are coming down here as they see this. You know, one of the developers I'm working with out here as well is developing a huge plot of land because they foresee the future and what's coming down here. So you can get out ahead of this right now and get almost 12 acres for right around $450,000. So in my opinion, there's not too much more value that you could find out here. I just love this drive. I mean, look at this road. It's just beautiful. These trees all around here. You've got the farmland, but you also have the mountains, and that's why we moved to Colorado here. So let's talk about the potential here, guys. The way I see it, this is the ideal spot to build your home because this land sits up higher than the rest of the property. But if you built a house with 2 levels here, man, just imagine the views you would have in the mornings and the evenings of Pikes Peak. And not only that, but these beautiful plains you have out here and this beautiful farmland. So the way I see this property, you've got your shared driveway coming in right here. You would build a little driveway to come into a courtyard area where you could have all your cars and your toys and all that stuff with really easy access to the main paved road out here. And then behind this area, if you wanted to build a family compound or an estate for your kids or your in-laws or whoever that was, I would see that right down there, a little bit lower than the main house. And then back behind here, you've got this beautiful area where you could build a barn for your horses or cows or whatever and have this wonderful grazing area that you could fence off, that you wouldn't have to get the ravine where the play area is in this property. And so obviously this is just my vision for the property. It's whatever you want this to be, but I am so excited about this property because the potential here is limitless. So as you've seen, this property gives you the opportunity to own a piece of your Colorado dream here. You get almost 12 acres of pristine land that gives you the freedom to do almost whatever you want out here. Build your dream home, have that estate that you've always wanted out here. And so if you want to see this property, you want to tour it, reach out to me directly. And if you'd also like to see a tour of a $2.9 million home that will show you exactly what you could potentially build on here, check out this link right here, or maybe here, or maybe here, or maybe here.